Okay, kitties, be good. So today we're going to be testing and reviewing a bunch of brand new drugstore makeup. I have everything from CoverGirl to L'Oreal and Maybelline. So in case you're interested, then keep on watching. Hey guys, it's Kat and welcome to my channel. You guys, I'm so excited because I have a bunch of brand new drugstore makeup. I did a little shopping haul for the last couple of weeks and testing out these products behind the scenes, and I'm really excited because some of these products are so good and better yet, so affordable. So without further ado, let's just get into the video. So how are you guys doing? It is a heat wave here in Tennessee. I know I always talk about the weather, but man, it really does make a difference in your makeup. So a lot of these products that I've been testing out behind the scenes are not only affordable, but they can withstand up to the heat of summer. I mean, we're in the middle of July. It's almost the end of July, but it has been hotter than hot. So let's go ahead and pull the hair back. So the hair is pulled back, everything looks good, and I don't have anything on my complexion. I just have my regular skincare routine and my SPF. However, I did do my brows and I filmed it. I've been so in love with this new product from L'Oreal. It is their new faux brow. It's one of those brow markers that has the prongs that actually can draw realistic brow hairs. And you know what? This is what it looks like. See how it has two prongs and it's like a little Sharpie, okay? And it really is effective. I love how the two prongs are kind of separated, and I was never one of those girls that like brow pencils that have those magic marker strokes. I've tried the Benefit one. It is their latest one, the Mighty Fine Brow Pen. Same concept, you shake it up, it's got the ink, but this one has three prongs, and I'm gonna swatch it for you here. Now, the problem with this one, in my opinion, it doesn't work that well because the prongs are way too close together, so you kind of end up looking, at least I did, like Groucho Marx. I love the precision of this brow pen, and the best part is that it really does last throughout the day. Now, before I started using this, it used to take me at least 10 minutes to do my brows. I would brush my brows, then I would use a brow pencil to fill in those blank spots, and then I'd go over it again with another brow pomade with color. That was working just fine, but in the heat of the summer, I noticed it would fade and really just wore off not too gracefully. So my eyebrows were kind of janked up. But with this actually withstands up to the heat and the humidity and the sweat, and it really does give your brows a very natural look. Now sometimes I can get a little heavy-handed with it, but I love how it makes it appear that you have individual brow hairs. And then I like to clean up the underneath part and the top part to shape my actual brow. And I just take a tiny bit of concealer, I pat it in, and literally just use a brush to clean up all those mistakes and just kind of lay down those stubborn gray ones. Yes, I have gray brow hairs. Let me know down in the comments if you do too. This is such a great little faux brow pen. It really does fill in the brows beautifully, and the best part is it doesn't wear off until you take it off. So this has been a lifesaver for me this summer. It is the L'Oreal Faux Brow Pen, and I'm in the shade Light Brunette. Now for primer today, I'm just gonna go in with the NYX Cosmetics Blurring Primer SPF 30. Now I purchased this at the beginning of the summer. Wasn't a big fan of it, but it's gonna be such a hot, humid day here. Oh my gosh, I think I got too much. And this is supposed to blur the pores while also providing an SPF. So I figured since it's gonna be a hot summer day, I would really lay on the SPF. This has like a tropical scent. It's not particularly blurring. It's just super hydrating. Even though it's an SPF, I still have my SPF underneath. It's a good rule of thumb to always apply SPF every single day. It's just a good habit to get into and not rely on your makeup products to provide that SPF protection. I'm just gonna throw on some foundation because today I wanted to test out the new L'Oreal Infallible Blurfection Setting Powder. Now this was just recently released. I wanted to see how this would stack up to the new Wet n Wild Translucent Setting Powder in soft pink. This is also in pink, so it'll be interesting to see how it stacks up to my favorite. Let's go ahead and apply some foundation, and today I'm gonna go in with the e.l.f. Halo Glow Skin Tint. I just recently did a list of my favorite skin tints of the summer. I'll make sure I'll put it down in the links below. And this is number 2 on the list. So I'm just gonna go ahead and apply this. I've really been enjoying this Halo Glow Skin Tint. It's got beautiful light to medium coverage. It is on the dewier side, so we're gonna definitely set it with powder. And I'm excited to try that new Blurfection powder from L'Oreal. Skin tint is on. I love how this feels on the complexion. It's super hydrating. It's very nourishing. It has all sorts of skin loving ingredients. Plus it has an SPF of 50. Now, if you're new to my channel, I do have normal to dry skin, hyperpigmentation, melasma, fine lines, pores, and texture. And I find using a skin tint is just super easy to apply during the summertime because it's quick and easy and it gives the skin a nice glow and also protects your complexion from the sun. So love this skin tint. Retails for $18. It comes in 18 shades and I'm in the shade 5 Light Warm. Today's concealer is going to be from L'Oreal. It is their Skin Ink. It's a 2-in-1 formula where you can use it as a foundation as well as a concealer. And I actually really love it. This has been the concealer that I've been using for the last couple of weeks. I'm in the shade 100 and it actually sets itself. This is amazing. This is such a great concealer because you don't have to set it. And it's been my go-to concealer this summer. So I'm gonna go ahead, just apply a tiny bit. And right through there, and right where I tend to get red. Now you do have to work fast with this concealer, but when it's on, it stays on all day long. It doesn't oxidize, it doesn't move, it doesn't transfer. And it is beautiful. And I find it doesn't settle into my fine lines. That's what I absolutely love about it as a concealer. It's beautiful. Look at that. Oh my gosh, love it. Okay, now that we have our concealer and foundation on, I can't wait to dive into some new products from CoverGirl. They recently came out with something called their Jelly Water Tint. Remember, e.l.f. came out with a water tint as well. That retails for $5. This one actually retails for $10.99. This is their Clean Fresh Jelly Water Lip and Cheek Tint. It comes in 6 shades and you can use it as a blush as well as a lip tint, and it actually stains. It's the same concept as the e.l.f. Sheer For blush tint and lip tint, and you know I absolutely love these products, but this is literally like water. This one has a gel-like consistency and it's supposed to stain as well. I picked up the shade Raspberry Drops, but let's go ahead and bronze up the complexion first before we apply this. I can't wait, it's so cute. Since the e.l.f. Halo Glow Skin Tint is super dewy, I'm just gonna go ahead and bronze up with none other than the NYX Buttermelt bronzer in Deserve Butta. You know, this is one of my favorite bronzers. It's just gonna set that skin tint beautifully and just add a little bit more color into the complexion before we add our blush. Now that we're bronzed up, I tried this on my lips the other day. So beautiful, but I've yet to try it as a blush. Now, when I read the reviews on the Ulta website, as a blush, not so good. As a lip stain, people loved it. I'm that type of person where if a product is supposed to be meant for lips and cheeks, 9 times out of 10, it'll look great on the cheeks and not so great on the lips, or vice versa. So I can't wait to try this out as a blush. The component comes out with a nice big doe foot, right? But be careful when you open it because somehow the stopper, a lot of product comes out. So what I want to do is I'm going to take my fingertip and take a tiny bit. Let's swatch this first. This is Raspberry Drops. Now, this is supposed to stain. Oh boy. So I'm assuming that you're gonna have to work fast. So I'm gonna take whatever's on the back of my hand and tap it onto the skin. Apparently, according to some of the reviews, people loved it on their lips, but not so much on their cheeks because it moves the foundation or skin tint, whatever makeup products you have underneath. So hopefully that won't happen today. I'm gonna take a little bit more, tap that in. I do like this color. Well, I'm gonna go straight in, okay. Hopefully it won't pick up that skin tint. Oh boy, oof. That is pretty. Oh wow, they were right. It is picking up the skin tint. Okay, and a little bit across the bridge of the nose. Okay, this is pretty. I like the color. Now, I rarely buy eyeshadow palettes these days. I have so many and I rarely hit pan on any of them, but Morphe actually released new eyeshadow palettes called their Chrome Plus 6-pan eyeshadow palette. Now these just recently launched and I'm so sorry, these are so beautiful. The color stories are vibrant, they're fun. Ava actually helped me pick this out. These retail for $15 and you get 6 shades, but they're bragging on this new chrome formula and I picked up the color story Love Bite. Everything from the packaging to the colors are just absolutely beautiful. Something about this color story really drew me in and I can't wait to create an eyeshadow look. I'm gonna go in with this rose colored shade right through here, tap off the excess, and wish me luck. I'm gonna go ahead and put it in the crease. Ooh, this is not bad. Okay. And I'm just going in with the BK Beauty brush. Now I do have hooded eyes, however, my left eye is more hooded than my right eye. So I'm just gonna go ahead and really hit above that crease. It's blending out pretty well. Look how nice that is. Okay, now on a smaller tapered brush, I'm gonna go in with this espresso color, tap off the excess, and really just stamp it on the outer corner of the eye. See what type of pigment we're getting here. Ooh, that's pretty. I love these cool tones. They're really beautiful. I couldn't decide which color story to pick up, and Ava was there with me, so she was like, I don't know, Mom, they're all beautiful, and she was right. But if these are a good formula, then I'm definitely gonna go back and get more because I love these little travel size eyeshadow palettes. This color is working out beautifully. Look at that. What I want to do next is I'm going to take a really small brush. I'm going to go back in with that first shade, add a touch of that espresso color, tap off the excess, and I'm going to use that under the lower lash line to smoke it out. By the way, I did pick up a new mascara from Maybelline. It is their new Bubble Colossal Mascara. Let me know down in the comments if you've tried that out yet. But I'm just smoking out the lower lash line. It's giving me like a plummy color. Ooh, yeah. This color is so fascinating. I'm gonna swatch it for you. Look at that chrome. That is stunning. So I'm gonna go ahead and swatch it right here. You guys, I'm gonna admit right now, I'm the worst swatcher. This is the chrome shade. Wow, look how pretty that is. It feels very buttery and silky. That is stunning. I'm gonna swatch that shade. Wow, look at that. I love this light lavender shade right up here in the corner. It looks like a matte shade, but it has a little bit of shimmer in it. So let's go ahead and swatch it. Ooh, this feels really nice and soft. Look at that shade. Isn't that pretty? I'm gonna go ahead and swatch it right here. That's pretty. And then the lightest shade right through here would be perfect for that inner corner. Look how blinding that is. Let's go ahead and swatch her. Wow, that's pretty. I'm gonna go ahead and turn my lights down so you can see the shades. But these are the chrome shades. How pretty is that? Okay. Let's get them on the eyes. All right, so I think I wanna do Eyeing You on the lid and see how that looks. So I'm gonna apply it right on top of the lid. Oh, that's so pretty. Oh my goodness. It does have a really nice chrome effect. I'm not experiencing any fallout just yet, but wow, that is beautiful. Look how pretty that is. Ooh. I love little mini eyeshadow palettes, but 6 shades? Absolutely love this concept. Oh, I see a little bit of fallout right through there, but man, I love this color story, especially the shade Eyeing You. I'm just gonna take a clean fluffy brush and just clean up the edges right through there. I mean, my goodness, that was so easy to do. But I still want to play with this eyeshadow palette. And what I want to do is I'm going to go in with this lightest shade through here. Tap off the excess. We're going to go old school. I'm going to pop it right into the inner corner. See how that looks. Isn't that pretty? And then right below the brow, so the light can catch it, We cleaned up our brows. Our brows are looking great. I covered it up. My stray hairs, my stray gray hairs, and the hairs that I refuse to pluck. I kind of set it down with some concealer so it'll lay smooth. But look how pretty that is. Right through there. Oh my gosh, this is turning out better than I anticipated. Great little eyeshadow palette. I can't wait to play with this more with all the shades and create different looks. But so far, I like it. I'm gonna go ahead and tightline my upper waterline, and today I'm just gonna use the kohl eyeliner from e.l.f. in the shade Smoke Signal. Tightline the upper waterline, fill in those gaps of my eyelashes. Right through there. Now, it's such a dramatic eyeshadow look. We have to have a wing today, and you know I'm gonna rely on Old Faithful, the Wet n Wild Breakup Proof Skinny Eyeliner. You know this is my all-time favorite. This is my second one because Ava stole my first one, because she loves it too. So let's go ahead and shake it up. Super easy to apply, such a nice fine tip. You can't mess up with this eyeliner, and I think it retails for $5.99. Eyeliner is on. Everything looks great. I'm ready for mascara. And today's mascara is new from Maybelline. It is their new Colossal Bubble Mascara. It's supposed to be a buildable, sleek volume, bubbling up one lash at a time. Colossal Bubble Mascara by Maybelline allows you to inflate your lashes with bold impact in a New York minute. How about a Tennessee hour? All right, so let's take a look at the wand tip applicator. And you know, I tested this out behind the scenes. It is kind of a unique wand tip applicator, but it's one of those silicone brushes. So let's go ahead and apply mascara and see if it's gonna volumize my skimpy little Asian lashes. As you know, they grow straight out. I don't have a lot of lashes. I'll take what I can get. Root to tip. Oh, I can see the comb now. Oh, okay, I see what's going on here. Definitely a wetter formula. Ooh. Okay, so the comb is on the very tip of the applicator. And then, ouch, the brush is on the bottom part. Ooh, okay. Okay. Ooh, not a bad mascara. This is really a nice thickening formula. Sorry, my eyes are a little bloodshot because I think I just nicked the inside of my eye. But yeah, this is really nice. I'm gonna go ahead and turn my lights down so you can see exactly what the complexion is looking like, because that jelly water tint blush from CoverGirl totally took the e.l.f. Halo Glow Skin Tint off. So let me go ahead and turn my lights down so you can see exactly what I'm talking about. Here is the complexion, and see how that blush from CoverGirl literally lifted up the skin tint right through there. It really did pick up the skin tint. You see that? It might be better off as a lip tint, but they were right. This definitely picks up that foundation or your skin tint. So I want to go ahead and test out the new Infallible Blurfection Loose Setting Powder from L'Oreal. Now this comes in 4 different shades, and it's supposed to blur the pores and also brighten up the complexion at the same time. I picked up the shade Soft Pink. You know, I love using a soft or light pink setting powder to brighten up the complexion. My favorite, of course, is from Wet n Wild. It is in their soft pink color. And prior to that, my favorite was from Huda Beauty, which is way more expensive. This to me is awesome. I think it retails for less than $10. For $15.99, it comes in a plastic component and you only get 0.21 ounces. Let's go ahead and see what it looks like. Definitely pink. Now they also have a deeper pink as well, but I got the light pink. So I'm gonna take a little bit, put it in the lid, and I've got my trusty little powder puff. I'm gonna go ahead and tap off the excess, and I'm gonna go ahead and set right around my most porous areas, right through there. It's definitely got a nice little pink tinge to it. And I'm just setting it throughout my most porous areas, right through there. Take a little bit more and set right through there. Now, I don't need to set my under eye area because of the skin ink from L'Oreal. It's a self-setting, I swear it's amazing. It's an amazing concealer. But since it's gonna be hot today, I don't mind going all the way up and setting it right through there and through my T-zone. It is quite blurring, as you can see. Okay. For lips, I have a few products from the drugstore. I picked up the new Clean Fresh Yummy Blurring Lipstick from CoverGirl. I also picked up the new, these were making a lot of news, the new Maybelline Glaze. This was actually the lip color that I was wearing in my video last week while I was ranking my skin tints, and I have been so impressed with this lip glaze. It's supposed to be a glazed, glowy color, and it's supposed to reduce lip lines by 20% with continued use. I don't think I believe that. However, it comes in 10 shades and it retails for $8.99. I'm in the shade Berry Haze. It's supposed to give like a glazed, glowy color, and it's supposed to provide up to 2 hours of hydration. Now, I love this color so much. I actually paired it with the CoverGirl Outlast Lip Stain in Jazzberry, and it made such a beautiful combination. But let me show you what this looks like. So remember, this is the CoverGirl Outlast Lip Stain. You know I love this product. They smell fruity, they smell delicious. So I'm gonna go ahead and line my lips with this. It's like a magic marker. Beautiful. I love Jazzberry. Adding Berry Haze. I love this formula. It's a simple package, and as you can see, it looks very hydrating. Of course, it has hyaluronic acid in it and that hydrating oil blend, but look how beautiful this is. Super smooth and creamy. Beautiful lip combination. But I wanted to ask you something. Does yours look like this as well? It's such a really emollient formula. It's literally breaking down. Like it's not super firm like a regular lipstick. It is super balmy, super glossy. So if you use this, I recommend storing it in a cool place, and I can see it melting in your purse if you leave it in the car. So just be aware of that, because yeah, it is totally breaking down. Look at that. But gorgeous, gorgeous lip color. And for the price point of $8.99, I definitely want to get more shades. So this is lip look number 1. I remember back in the late 90s, early 2000s, I lived for matte lipstick, especially if it was in a strong blue red or a bright crimson red. This, however, now 25 years later, a lot of us steer clear of matte lipsticks because A, they're not very hydrating, B, they tend to accentuate the lines in your lips, but this is supposed to blur those lips, blur those lines. I believe the shade I picked up is Into the Blur. Now, I've been testing this out for the last 3 weeks. I'm just gonna throw it on and show you what it looks like. It definitely feels like a lipstick, but it smells good. It smells really pretty. But for a lipstick that's supposed to blur the lines in your lips, I found it did the complete opposite. I do like the color. It does feel hydrating. However, I'm gonna show you. You can see every single line in my lips, and I'm gonna turn my lights down so you can see. I like the color. However, it makes my lips look dry and crusty. But they don't feel dry and crusty. They just look it. And for a product that's supposed to blur, it's doing the complete opposite. I feel like it just accentuates every single line in my lips. Oh my gosh, that does not look good. That blush does not look good. But anyway, that's what I wanted to show you. Was it just me? No, it's not just me. It really does make my lips look textured. But I like how it feels. I really don't care for this Yummy Blur lipstick from CoverGirl, but I'll keep it around. So we're removing that. So I'm gonna go ahead and reline my lips. So now that we've lined our lips with Jazzberry, let's go back in with the CoverGirl Jelly Water Tint, but as a lip tint. Now remember, we put this on as a blush already. I'm not impressed, but use my fingers because, yeah, and just tap it in. See, Ooh, yeah. This definitely has a very silicone-y feel on the lips. It has nice little pigment. And here we are with the final look. What do you think, guys? I am loving this eyeshadow palette from Morphe. Beautiful, and it was super easy to use. I didn't experience much fallout. The blending was super easy, and you know what? At a price point of $15, I absolutely love it. I mean, I love all the color stories. I have to say though, oh my gosh, super disappointed in that water jelly tint from CoverGirl. Completely lifted up all of this. My skin tint, everything. Even the powdered bronzer from NYX. The finishing powder, the Blurfection, really pretty on the skin. But I just don't like how that jelly tint wore off. So instead of adding more and lifting up more of the skin tint, I'm gonna go in this poor little blush from Essence. This is in the shade Lovely Lilac. I brought it to Florida back in May and it got crushed, but you know what? It's still a good blush. I'm gonna take a little bit on my brush, tap off the excess, and just go ahead and hit right on the cheeks, fill in that gap, fill in where that jelly tint wore everything off, and just kind of set everything in place. That's a little bit better, don't you think? Let's go out in natural daylight and see exactly how this is all coming together. Okay, it's been about 4 hours since we first applied all of the makeup on the complexion, and I have some thoughts. That mascara, the Bubble Colossal, totally transferred under the under eye area. If you like this mascara, definitely get the waterproof version. I had to put the Maybelline glaze over the jelly tint from CoverGirl because that was just so drying on my lips. So I feel like the glaze is like giving it a little bit more hydration. I prefer the glossy look anyway. But see how the blush lifted off all of the skin tint through here? We did add a little bit of powder blush on top of it just to secure it. But again, I'm not loving that CoverGirl jelly, whatever that is, stuff. It's expensive, and I prefer the e.l.f., the water sheer for it tint from e.l.f. Much better, thinner consistency, and does not lift up the skin tint or foundation. So yeah, I'm sweating profusely out here. It is so hot. We're supposed to reach triple digits next week. So everything else, the Blurfection powder from L'Oreal, actually really like it. It looks great. This is what it looks like after about 4 or 5 hours. Yeah, this is not bad. And I love this eyeshadow. It's so pretty. Yeah, we're gonna do one last check-in and I'll let you know by the end of this video if these products are really hot or not. And we are back. It's been over 8 hours since we first applied all of these amazing and not so amazing drugstore makeup products, and I'm ready to give you my thoughts. But before we jump into it, let's take a look at how all these products performed throughout the day. Let's start out with the Skin Ink. Now, I already did a review on this, but I wanted to reiterate that this is a fantastic concealer, and I do enjoy using it as a foundation, but preferably as a concealer because it doesn't settle into fine lines. It really does provide nice light to medium coverage, and it's just such a thin formula, you don't need to set it. It is a beautiful concealer in my opinion, but it is the 2-in-1 Skin Ink, and I'm in the shade 100 Warm, but yes, fantastic concealer. As far as the other products go, let's talk about the CoverGirl Jelly Water Tint. Oh my gosh, this completely removed my skin tint from underneath, and it just kind of ate away at all the products, even my bronzer from NYX. So super disappointing. And as a lip tint, it just didn't wow me. Although the color is beautiful, it felt kind of drying on my lips, which is kind of strange. I want something a little more hydrating, especially if it's a stain. Of course, you can always top it off with a nice lip gloss. This is just not a good product in my opinion. I would rather suggest to you the Sheer For It tint from e.l.f. It's half the price. It's a really nice watery consistency, and it definitely stains, and it doesn't remove your makeup. So yeah, this is definitely not good in my opinion, but you know what? I'll continue to use it as a lip tint and just go from there. As far as the CoverGirl Clean Fresh Yummy Blur Lipstick, this is a heck no. Seriously, it's supposed to blur the lips. Unfortunately, it does the complete opposite. It really does accentuate every single line in your lips, which I know we all have lines in our lips, but for some reason, it just doesn't look good. Maybe it's the shade, I don't know, but this again, I would wear with a gloss on top to kind of fill in those lines, but really disappointed in this product from CoverGirl. Yeah, it's kind of sad because I really do like CoverGirl products. Now let's talk about the Maybelline Lifter Glaze Lip Oil Balm. Love it. It's beautiful. It's hydrating. It's such a gorgeous color and smells delicious. They have so many beautiful shades. I'm definitely going to pick up some more, but if your lips are more on the drier side, I definitely recommend the Maybelline Lifter Glaze Lip Oil Balm. It's beautiful. This is fantastic. For $15, you get 6 pans of gorgeous shades. I love Love Bites. I think it's really pretty. I love these deep tones, and even these lavender tones are just absolutely stunning. Super easy to blend out. I definitely want to get another eyeshadow palette. This is the one I want to get next. It's such a gorgeous color story, and I know I can use that color story every single day. And then I think my favorite product out of this entire video, this is so funny, but it is the Faux Brow from L'Oreal. It just makes doing my brows so much easier, and in the heat and humidity, it does not wear off. It's transfer proof, it's waterproof, it's sweat proof, and look at my brows. They look like I actually have brows, but this is my lifesaver during the summertime because my brows are still on, they look great, they haven't faded, and they don't transfer. So yeah, this is a definite win for me. So yeah, those are my thoughts on all these drugstore makeup products. What do you think, guys? Are you thinking about testing out any of these products? Let me know down in the comments. But yeah, thank you so much for hanging out with me today. I hope you had fun. I know I did. And if you enjoy this type of content, please consider subscribing. I would love it if you'd be a part of our family. But for now, mwah, mahal kita, I love you, and I hope to see you in the next one. Bye.
You wake up in the morning, your thoughts are running wild.